All righty. Nice and early. Good morning. Hockey Saturday here, Holiday Ice Arena. The Junior Rebel minor team taking on the Westchester Wolverine major team. Last weekend, the Rebels dispatched of the minor team pretty easily, so now they're playing the bigger guys, more experienced. So we'll expect fast-paced, hard back and forth hockey. Coming to you live from the CDM Arena. Jackson Borden, Thomas Newton, Reese D'Angelo up front, with Carter Del Grasso and Milo Tanzolo on the back end. Barrett Palmer in net for us. So we're underway. That puck is played in. Milo will get back. He'll use his net. He'll get onto that forehand. Good first pass up to Thomas Newton. Poked through by D'Angelo. D'Angelo's going to get out into that neutral zone. He's got one to beat. He drives wide. He's bumped off the puck, but he'll stay with it. Drive down that wall, puts it towards the net. Gets out into that far corner. Where Borden will try to get back above it. He takes a good path to the puck, cuts it off on the sideboards, pushes it back down into the Wolverine corner. Wolverines will use their own net. They'll cook to come out the other side. They'll play it up past their winger. It's going to be challenged at the point. It gets out into the neutral zone. Good stick by Carter Del Grasso. He had the back support of Jackson Borden, who picks it up. He gets wide. He's wheeling up that far boards. The drive down the boards is bumped off the puck. As that puck moves into the corner, now we're coming around the net. Played back out in front up the center seam. Tanzolo will step to it. He'll keep. Turns, fires, trying to fire it back in. Fought off by the Wolverines and no gain in the neutral zone. Good back check, good effort. Good body. Competitive contact by Reese D'Angelo. Wolverines are going to wheel the other way. They're going to try to hit that center seam. They're met by a white stick. They get in all alone, in on Palmer. Sliding save made. He collects it with the stick. Then it's played aside. Wolverines coming out of a game at line change, so they're getting their fresh legs on. It's kept in at the point. It's fired in. Palmer will paddle that one, hang on to it, hit reset. Trying to allow his coaches to get their personnel out there. So we'll have a defensive zone draw. To the left of Palmer. Carter Holzer to take this one. He's between Nicholas Calvello, Dominic Emilio, Kevin Shute, and Michael Gooch on the back end. He wins this one back to Gooch. Gooch is going to underhandle behind his net. He'll get back to that forehand, back to the back end. He's driving up. He's going to obfuscate this one out. He tips off the boards. He's out into the neutral zone. He's got numbers if they hurry. Carter pushes that into the zone. It's collected by the Wolverines. They're going to move the other way with a strip by Carter Holzer. He puts it back out in front. Wolverines collect and they'll come to the near boards. They're looking to hit the neutral zone with numbers. Shoots back there and contain, playing dot line. Forces them out to the wall on that soft ice. Good back check. It's fired all the way across. Gets out to the far boards where Holzer will collect and scoop. Met by a black stick. Fired back in. Gooch collects as he had a stick in the lane. He's trying to step up the middle. He fumbled that puck with good support by Kevin Shute. Kevin Shute has some white ice in front of him. He's going to chip off the boards. He's going to collect it himself. Get out into that red line. Push it forward, but it's collected by the Wolverines, and they'll look to come the other way. Push towards the benches. Cut off by Calvello and Holzer. They'll pull up with the blue line. They'll go D to D. They're going to load. They're going to flip that one in. Bouncing around. It's collected by Gooch, who fires it out, but it's kept in by the Wolverines, and they'll look to turn up at the hash mark. They play it to the top of the house. Loses an edge, and now Emilio trying to fight that one out in the neutral zone, but it's pushed back in. Shute following up. He's got a center seam. He splits them like the Red Sea. He's going in. He's all alone. Good back check, but good follow-up by his line mates. They get the puck deep. And now we're coming the other way. Lost sight of the puck for a little bit. Sorry, I was puck watching. Calvello collects it. He's dumped on the boards. Tanzolo's trying to keep it. Campanelli coming off the bench. He'll push it forward. Picked off in the neutral zone by the Wolverines. They push it ahead. Dominic Emilio will collect this one. He's going to get his toes right up. He's going to get outside. He gets north. He's in the red line. He's above the red line. Pushes it forward. Gets into the Wolverines line. They force him back behind their own net. Wolverines looking to come out on the bench side. Played ahead. Del Grasso tries to hold at the lines. Now the Wolverines have numbers. Tanzolo's back checking. It's a 2-on-0 developing. Slides it across. Fired in just wide of Palmer. They wrap back out in front. Big save made by Palmer. Unable to collect it, and it gets dumped in on the third attempt. So the Wolverines strike first, 1-0, 11:07 left in the first period. Center ice face-off, Jackson Borden. Between Campanelli and Carr, we got Tanzola and Del Grasso on the back end. That one's poked forward. Carr will look to get to it, try to cut it off on the boards. Wolverines will push it in. Tanzola will lift the stick. Carter Del Grasso keeps him outside the dots. Borden pushes him back out soft ice. They play it out in front. Gets up. Carr trying to strip it, gets a stick on it. Borden pushes it forward. It's flipped back in. Palmer paddles that one aside. Del Grasso forcing them back to the near side. They try to wrap that one around, but if it gets sticked aside, the Wolverines will collect. They'll come out to the point. They're going to try to go D to D. Campanelli tried to jump that lane, but they get it through. It's fired back across, stick aside. Carr will get her stick on it. She's going to try to carry this one out, pushing it back up the middle. Jackson Borden will now pressure the puck. He gets a stick on it. Carr will get to this one, trying to chip it out. Up the boards looking for Campanelli, who was leaking behind the D. Kept in by the Wolverines. Borden on the second effort pushes it forward. Carr trying to fight through his stick check. Borden touches it. We'll turn and get it. We'll try to chip it off the boards. Push it through as we're playing along one boards. Now Tanzola will get this one. He's going to opt to come back up that same boards. Looking for Campanelli. Campanelli gets her stick on it. It's played back across D to D. Wolverines step in, met by Carter Del Grasso, but they recollect. Stick aside by Tanzola. Gracie Carr will get out to the outside. She pushes that for Tanzola. Tanzola chips it out into the neutral zone. And now Jackson Borden putting the forecheck on. Good angle to the puck. He's staying on that puck with the relentless pressure. Forces him to play it deep, allowing his defensive pair to get a change. So Gooch picks this one up. He's going to try to get outside the dots. He plays it up the wall to Carter Holzer. Holzer will turn. Gets his stick lift. It's kept in by the Wolverines. They play it back out into the center. Good stick. Good recovery by Michael Gooch. Holzer will collect. Trying to play it out into that center seam, looking for Reese D'Angelo. Pinched and kept in by the Wolverines, but Gooch follows it up. He gets out. He gets past one. He plays it ahead, looking for D'Angelo. That's going to get out in front of him. That'll be whistled dead for an icing. We will come 200 feet. Good head, man. Good thought. Just a little too far out in front of him, so not on the same page. We'll come down. Defensive zone draw to the right of Barrett Palmer. We got Carter Holzer out between Newton and D'Angelo. Shooting Gooch on the back end. That one's one all the way back out in the neutral zone where it's collected and pushed D to D by the Wolverines. They'll fire it back, and that's automatic offsides. As we had a Wolverine skater staying in the zone as that puck came north of the blue line. You got to call, there is no tag up offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone draw right outside the Junior Rebels blue line. Holzer to take this one. He's got Newton on the half wall. On the side wall, he wins it to Newton. Newton will push it off that wall. It's collected and fired back in to the crowd by the Wolverines D. Played back ahead. Gooch will get his stick on it. Shoot will step in and support. Pushes it back up the wall. Newton drags off that wall, gets out into the center. Leaves it for Holzer. Holzer's got numbers with him. Gets across the blue line, looking back out in front. He'll throw it towards the net to D'Angelo. D'Angelo sticks it in. Rebound opportunity put wide. Good trip down the ice. Good eyes up. We got Mike Roach with me, taking in a Mike game, as you oftentimes find him at the rink. As Maximus is always here. Max Nasty, always putting the work in. So they're here early. If you're tuning into the Junior Rebels game, stay with us for a second frame. Back-to-back action today. We have the 2015 PHC team. So a loud in-game shout-out to the 2015 older brothers and older sister, Ellie Shaw, playing right after the Junior Rebels today. Get down here, taking some live action on the CDM rink. Now we have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Wolverines goaltender. We got Dominic Emilio causing havoc out in front of that net. Jackson Borden taking center responsibilities. Chloe Campanelli coming off the half wall. They win it back to Carter DeGrasso. He turns, he fires, it hits the skate. Bouncing around, the Wolverines will collect, go back behind their own net, trying to bring it out the other side. Right up the wall, it's cut off. Emilio dumped. Nothing called in this Mike game. So the Wolverines coming the other way. Good stick. Good challenge at the blue line by Carter DelGrasso. He'll put it the other way. It's going to be whistled, though, for the icing. We'll come back. Defensive zone draw to the right of Barrett Palmer. So that's whistled dead. Oh, look at this. We got Coltman Williams and L Dog Cucciaro walking in. They're showing up early for the PHC 2015 game. But we're back. That was whistled dead for an icing. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties there for a couple seconds as I'm working as a one-man band. Defensive zone draw to the left of Barrett Palmer. Puck is bouncing around in that circle. It's fired back out. It's collected by the Wolverines. They'll turn. Fire it towards the net. Good stick by Kevin Shute. Gooch will collect in the corner, trying to clear it up that wall. We got 5 guys down in on that puck. It's fired in. Good butterfly save. Standing tall by Barrett Palmer. So we're bunching up a bit. And that's the difference we see in a lot of these games when we're playing the majors teams. They got a full year's maturity on them. They space out a little bit better. So our guys still trying to learn that. But they're attacking pucks like hungry dogs. So we like to see that. Gooch will get outside the dots. He's trying to fire it and flip that ice. Doesn't get good wood on the stick, and it's kept in at the point by the Wolverines. They're moving down that center lane. Stick to side by Carr. Back to Gooch. Trying to get it out. Force them back out. So now we're just trying to get stick to puck. Trying to chase him. Turns, fires. Good stick by Nicholas Calvello. Interrupting that scoring opportunity. And now it's coming the other way. Holzer chips it off the boards, looking to get to himself. Wolverines will collect. They'll flip it to the other side. Now they have numbers if they hurry. They're going to step in. Stick to side by Michael Gooch. It'll get behind the net. Shute will collect. He'll come out the other side. And now Holzer will collect. He's going to try to chip off the boards. He's met by a pinching, aggressive Wolverine. They throw it back in. Shute will get to the outsides. Looking for Carr. Shute lays the body. Taking him out. Gonna go to the box for that one. 17 going right for him. Should get a taunt penalty there, but he might just say, let him know. But I like what I see by the Patriot missile system, Kevin Shute. Bodying up their big guy. But no play on the puck there, so not competitive contact. Deemed body checking. So we'll go to the box, Phil Shane, for a minute 30. We'll try to kill this one off. We got Reese D'Angelo, Thomas Newton up front with Del Grasso and Tanzola in the back end. Defensive zone draw to the left of Palmer. The Wolverines will win this to the half wall. They'll turn their fire towards the net. That'll get off the side of the net. Tanzola will collect. Try to reverse up, but met by a Wolverine. They try to wrap it around. Barrett gets to that post, keeps it out of the back of the net. It's fired back in off a skate. It bounces to the Wolverines. They fire it in. Toe save made, cleared out. Big time toe save made by Barrett Palmer. It's in Gracie's locker room. Just go grab it there. Del Grasso will collect in the corner. Plays it around. Reese D'Angelo will step to this one. He's going to skate it up. Try to chip past the defender, but it's kept in. They turn, they fire it in. It gets wide off the end boards. Thomas Newton will get there out on the other side. Gets to his forehand, chips off the boards. Kept in by the Wolverines. But the Rebels doing a good job for the first part of this penalty kill, keeping them in soft ice, playing along the boards. It's fired back across stick to side, gets out and kept in, warned by Thomas Newton, followed up by Tanzola, and now he's got a step, he's out in the neutral zone, he's got one to beat, tries past him, he's body off the puck. Reese D'Angelo following it up, getting a challenge. Puck is touched by the goalie and blown dead. So referee calling the body contact early in this game, trying to keep control as best he can. So we will go to the man up. Of course, brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. I got to do 2 games back to back. iPad would die. We're going live action here. Back to back today. And this one, little Blur Song 2, coming on by DJ Jack to take us into the power play. We're 4-on-4. Sorry, we're not man up. Not quite yet, but when we do get there, the man up opportunities, as you know it, brought to you by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Oh, we play that to each other, and then we play it back out in front. We're bouncing around, trying to find that puck. Fired in, stick to side. Recovered, fired in. Calvello lays out and wears one. Emilio will collect. He's going to try to split them. He gets back inside, outside. Will drive down that wall. Met by a surfing Wolverine, but he recollects it. He didn't get to the dot. He was looking for Jackson. That way, and now we're man up. Brought to you by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Gooch will walk in, makes a move, gets down into that center seam. We'll try to get back to the forehand. Wolverines collect. They're coming the other way. Gooch steps in again. Need a shot here. Fired in. Gooch will walk in down the wall, trying to play it back out in front. Wolverines will collect. They're going to come out the other side. They're going to stretch that ice on us. We only have one back. Got to get back. Get back. Get back. Played back across. And it's kept in the zone by the Wolverines. But Gooch collects again. He steps out into the neutral zone. He's going to go. Gets across the red. He's bumped off the puck. Wolverines will collect inside their own line. Poke check. Out, and we're caught in the line changes. The Wolverines are going to try to take the ice. They walk around. They're going to fire it in. Gets up and over Barrett Palmer's net off the glass, and Gooch will try to collect above the circle. He's trying to play it back across the seam, looking for Del Grasso, who was able to leak behind the Wolverines defender for a second. Played back in. Del Grasso will collect. They'll go right back out into the neutral zone. Puck battle ensues along the wall. Carr will collect. She's trying to play it out into the center. Del Grasso will chip it back out into the center. Standing tall at that blue line now. Emilio puts the forecheck on. We're back to even strength. Del Grasso will collect. He'll use his own net. Chips it up the wall. Wolverine trying to push down the wall. They're met by Carter Holzer, who steps out into the neutral zone. He had Campanelli, had him. He drives down. He's looking back. He's got Campanelli breaking to that far post. Plays it back across. Picked off by the Wolverines, and now we're coming the other way. Tanzola will get an angle on that one. Now it dies. So not enough legs. Del Grasso will collect. He's going to turn and come out the other way. Play it back out in center from Carr. Carr was trying to wait for that puck to get to her, so he needs to step to that one. It's picked off by the Wolverines and thrown back in. Wolverines will collect on the half wall. They come across. They try to play it back out into the center. Met by Milo Tanzola, who's going to try to skate this one out, but he's met by a poke check. Wolverines try to play it back down. We're trying to box up in that middle. They play it back across the top of the house. Good stick by Del Grasso. Gets one stick on him, one stick. Gets through the feet, and they bury it in the back of the net. So the Wolverines taking a 2-0 lead here as we need to get pucks out. We got to attack the puck. So we'll go back to video on that one. 1:35 left in the first period. Wolverines extending their lead to 2-0. Ensuing center ice face-off, we got Thomas Newton between Nicholas Calvello. Reese D'Angelo, and we got Gooch and Shoot on the back end. We'll chip this one forward. The Wolverines will collect. They'll play it back down the wall. Gets into the Rebel zone. Gooch will collect and plays it to his defensive partner. He tries to step to that puck. It's wrapped around, paddled aside by Palmer. They walk back out in front. Across the top of the house, they fire. It goes off the bar. Pucks bounce around. We're trying to collect. D'Angelo collects. Trying to chip that one out is Calvello. D'Angelo in support. Caught up on that wall again. Wolverines keeping it in as a puck battle ensues. They get off that wall with it. Net by Thomas. They fire it back the way they were coming. Gets wide of Palmer's net. Calvello will collect. tries to skate through. Second effort gets this one out in the neutral zone, but it's picked off by the Wolverines, and they have numbers coming the other way. They step in, they drag past, good contain, good surf, good challenge by Kevin Shute. And now we're coming the other way as there was a slash of Kevin Shute's shin pads. Gooch steps through the middle. Puck is left there. He's fired in wide of the Wolverines goaltender. So the Wolverines goaltender looks to have been taking a little bit of a nap there. If we can get something on net, might be able to sneak one in here. So we're going to go back to the man up, brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Live here, Hydel Arena, CDM. Man up opportunity, offensive zone draw with 27.4 clicks left in the first period. Offensive zone draw to the right of the Wolverines goal keep. We'll overload that front of the net. Now they're going to flip. They're going to put the forehand shot coming off the sidewall is Nicholas Calvello. Newton taking the draw with the left hand shot. D'Angelo out in front with shooting. Gooch. It's one forward. Going to collect this one. We'll blow it dead for a tripping off the face-off. So that man-up opportunity lasted 6 seconds. We'll go to 4-on-4 hockey, but we will come down to our end for a defensive zone draw. To the left of Barrett Palmer. As on that battle, we couldn't free up. Newton's stick got under the toe caps, taking out the Wolverine center. So we will go 4-on-4 to win this one to the center where Shute collects. He's going to wisely collect it and fire that one out off the sideboards in the angle, getting down the zone. And then the Wolverines is picked off at the top of the zone by Calvello. Momentarily held in, but the Wolverines collect. They get a stick on it. They enter the line. They're trying to get a shot as the horn sounds here. They play it back across. Palmer kicks that one aside. That will get behind the net, and the horn will sound at the end of a hard-fought first period. A lot of good things from the Junior Rebels here. Showing some fight. 2 errors in our own zone. Keep the puck in, which cost us 2 goals. But, hey, minor team against a major team. We expected a harder fight here. Let's see if we can keep the pressure on for 3 sustained periods. Stay with us. We'll be back for second period action here soon. All right, we're back for second period action. Yeah. We're back for second period action. Still 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 3 seconds. And then there will be a 6-second discrepancy. And we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey. So you got Jackson Borden, Emilio off front. They push this forward, but it's picked off by the Wolverines. They're coming the other way. They enter that line 1-on-2. Good challenge by Tanzola. Good stick. Knock him off the puck. Stops any scoring threat. Rebels trying to come out the other way with it. Held in by the Wolverines, and they fire it back in. Tanzola will get on this. Pushed up the wall. It's picked off by the Wolverines. They've played out in front. Good presence in that lane by Carter Del Grasso. He's got a lot of white ice in front of him, so he's taking it. Gets across the line. We're on sides. He was on sides. You can't make that call, Trowin. So on sides Referee not able to keep up with the 7 and 8-year-olds. Blows that from, yeah. No, you already gave them an offsides call. Can't make that call. You can't see that blue line. He's also got to stay ahead of 7 and 8-year-olds. So, neutral zone face-off continues. Push back ahead. Collected by Tanzola. He'll step down the boards. He'll try to get into that line, but it gets stuck on the blue. We enter, so we're whistle dead. Early Saturday mornings, referees struggle with the offsides here on the CDM rink because it was never repainted in the offseason. From our angle, we can see it. Ice level, little dull. That one's fired off the post by Emilio with good net drive by Jackson Borden. Wolverines collected, try to flip it back out. It's picked off. Played back ahead as we have a guy leaking out of the bench. Good recovery by Milo Tanzola and Emilio to try to chip this one back out. We don't get out. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as DJ Jack let me know with the Mario brothers. We'll hit and pin behind the net. Borden will collect it, and now he's got some white ice. He's going to make a move. He's got one to beat. This is Jackson Borden. He's going to drive that middle. He gets ahead. He plays it out on the soft ice. He's across the line on the backhand. He fires it towards the net, met by a stick, but he's trying to recover on the forehand. We'll get it in the corner. He'll fire it back across, and that gets in the back of the net as he had Emilio camped out in front, and it gets up on edge. He meant to do that. He read the green. He read the break in the green like Tiger Woods, and that was a 60-foot dirty putt. So, Jackson Borden, following the great one himself. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. He was trying to put that one across for Emilio, who was camped out on the slot for the easy putback, but that puck got up on edge and he curved in. Wolverines will collect the ensuing faceoff. They'll step in. They're going to look to put this on net on Palmer. Palmer will get down, make that save, and hang on. No rebound opportunity. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to the right of Palmer. Rebels win this one in front. It's chipped out. It's kept in at the point by the Wolverines. They walk the line. They fire, paddle the side, then stick the side by the defense. Holzer gets out into that neutral zone. He's going to chip past one. He's met by a stick. Shoot will come the other way. D to D. Try to wheel it up that middle seam, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. They're getting the pucks off the boards. They're trying to flip the ice. They're trying to work up that center seam, and this is where Holzer, he's going to get that center seam. D'Angelo stays on sides. Holzer drives wide, trying to collect and play it back across for Newton. Picked off by the Wolverines, and they're going to try to come the other way with it. Good back pressure by Holzer. He gets a stick on it, pushes it forward. Newton there, pushes it ahead, and Emilio's going to get across the line. He's bumped off the puck. Wolverines will collect. They'll get their toes up. Looking to step it out in the neutral zone. The referee takes out D'Angelo. Shoot collects and fires it back down the boards. The Wolverines will play it forward. Gooch is back there as the weak side D, playing the strong position. Able to collect it, get out to the wall. Now he's going to drive up the middle. He's got some white. He's got white ice. He's going to have numbers with him. He's going to get in. He's across the blue. Gets all the way back out to the back, and he fires it towards it. Kick save made. Rebounds there. Holzer tries to elevate. It's blocked it off. Third opportunity, put back. Another save made. Stays out. Gets out to the corner. Wolverines will ring it around the far side. D'Angelo is being held. Unable to get to the puck. So the referee doesn't have a partner today, so he's missing a lot of the extracurricular activities. But the Wolverines are now coming the other way. Holzer's going to try to lay out. They get in. They drive across the goal mouth. Put wide. Played back out in front. Wolverines will fire this one and stick the side by Gooch. Now Gooch gets his toes up. He's going to try to skate this one through some traffic. He gets it out in the neutral zone. It's played back in as the Wolverines were caught in a midline change. Whistle dead for that automatic offside. So we'll have a neutral zone draw. We have Jackson Borden, Nicholas Calvello, Grayson Carr, with Tanzola and Del Grasso. Puck is dropped. It's played across. They'll get out to the half wall. Wolverines will try to drive in. They're met by Calvello, as they stepped off the half wall, he'll try to reverse up. We'll play it up. It's collected by Borden, who's trying to chip it out, but it's kept in at the point. Fired back in. Del Grasso will now challenge on this wall. Carr will get a stick on it. She turns, trying to get it off that center seam. He gets out to Tanzola. Tanzola's going to skate this one out into the neutral zone. Poked away, but the follow-up by Jackson Borden gets it deep. Now he's in a foot race. Icing is waved off as there was a play opportunity on the puck. Borden fires it back across, looking for Calvello in the center. Carr puts it towards the net. Gets into the corner. Del Grasso will keep at the point. Pucks bounce around. Tanzola collects, fires it in off a skate. Collected by Borden. Met by a Wolverine or two, and now they push it the other way. They're going to try to step ahead. They drive in, they fire. Big time save made by Palmer. Rebound opportunity put back. He makes another save. Collected by Calvello. He's going to try to skate this one out. Drives into that center seam. Now he's going to get it out into the neutral zone. Fights through his stick check. Kicks it back to his skates. Good trip down the ice. Surfs into the feet at the last second, but good trip down the ice. Now the Wolverines are coming the other way. Good stick. Carr will get to this one in the neutral zone. She's going to collect. She's on the forehand. She's got one to beat. Met at the blue line by the Wolverines. Carr was south of that blue line as it was played back in. So whistled dead for the automatic offsides. Emilio will take this neutral zone draw. He's got D'Angelo on his flank with Campanelli. Puck bounces around. Wolverines will collect. They're going to drive wide, but good puck pressure by Emilio. Gooch there to seal it off, and then D'Angelo steps in. He's going to come off the wall, but he's going to flip that ice. Plays it ahead for Campanelli. Read by a pinching Wolverine. They'll throw it in. That's going to be an ice. As it's thrown from the wrong side, red line, but referee was trying to get out of the way of the players. He does not have a partner, so it's hard to ref a game by one. Gets out and head. That's going to get in on net. That will not be whistled dead for an offside or icing. Wolverines goaltender will make the save with the paddle. Jump on it, freeze it, hang on and hit reset. So we'll have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Wolverines goalkeeper. Emilio on the forehand shot. He's got D'Angelo coming off the wall with a forehand shot. He's got Campanelli camped out in front, trying to create some havoc. He's got Shoot and Gooch on the point. So let's see if we can do something with this faceoff. Emilio decides to go towards the net. Puck is sitting there, collected by the Wolverines, and they'll come out the other side. Emilio will get above it. Gets out of the neutral zone, picked off by Gooch. Gooch trying to get back to his forehand, stripped to the puck, and now they step in. They get in on Palmer, and they fire going east to west, and they fire back to the pad in the direction they came from. So again, Wolverines strike for the third time. 9:03 left in the second, taking it lead up to 3-1. But again, unforced errors. We're making some errors on our own end. We can clean them up. Score of this game is likely different at this point. But I like a lot of what I'm seeing. They're playing risk-free. They're playing aggressive, these young Rebels. Puck is dropped. Emilio collects. He tries to chip it forward. Collected by the Wolverines. They'll try to get out to the half wall. Where it's pushed into the zone. D'Angelo will collect. He's going to use some extra real estate. He'll get back behind his own net. He'll come out. Drives out to the wall. Gets back to the forehand. Now he's got a burst of speed. He's in the center. He's bumped. I mean, that's a body check. Good play. But Shoot was called for one earlier. We're called for one there for the open ice hit. We don't get the call. Sorry, we do not get the call. So now we'll have a center ice face-off for that offsides. Wolverines going through a goaltender change here at the halfway mark. So we'll see if the Rebels can notice they got a cold goalie coming in. Can we get pucks right on net? Holzer wins this one off to the wall. Collected by the Wolverines. They'll try to turn up, but they turn into the path of Holzer. Holzer going to step to it. He's trying to drag past. He's met by The defenders poke check, and now we're coming back out in the neutral zone. Puck's bouncing around on that wall as Del Grasso challenged. Wolverines collect. They hit the line. They stay on sides. They step in. They fire. That gets through the wickets on Palmer. As they were trying to go far pad, not able to get down to that ice quick enough. So it ends up in the back of the net. We'll come back for center ice face-off. And now the Rebels will match, and they will go with a goaltender change. So Chenzo replacing Barrett. Good job by Barrett. Good effort today. We'll see if we can get one or two of them back for him. We got Holzer between Calvello and Newton. Canzola and Del Grasso on the blue line. Puck is dropped. Poked forward. Rebels doing a good job of winning the initial, but we got to do a better job being heavier on the puck afterwards. Good step by Carter Del Grasso, wearing the body, but allowing his partner to collect the puck and come out the other way with it. That's a high hit on Calvello, so puck will be whistled dead. Black will go to the box, the Wolverines, for the high hit. So we'll go back to the man up, brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in. It's early enough. Tell them Chase Campanelli sent you. Chase Campanelli gets the in-game shout-out today. Kid that I love to watch play anytime I can, whether it's on the big screen or in person. But he's heading up to Long Island for 4 games on the weekend with the PHC 2016s, who are finding a lot of success in the AY, so we wish them luck as they head up the Jersey Turnpike later today. Face the Long Island Royals. Chase, keep battling, kiddo. We'll be watching. Kept in by Canzola. Push back in. Holzer will cut him off on the far side. Get a stick to that puck. Puck is on that half wall. Newton's going to step to. He's got Holzer out in front. Wolverines able to recover, push it back out. It's kept in at the point by Del Grasso. We'll push it back into the corner. We're trying to cut it off with the Wolverines chip past. We're going to try to push this one out into the center seam. Now get out into the neutral zone. Canzola will shoulder check. Realizes the pressure's coming. He's going to opt to use his own net. Get back to his forehand. Play it up the wall. Where it's kept in by the Wolverines. They're driving forward. They get some toe casts. We might have gotten away with one there. Slip by Newton, and Newton's got a step. He's all alone. Back checker coming. He pushes it ahead. Tries to get back to the forehand. Good back check. Gets the puck. Some of the fans think there was a tackle there, but Calvello collects. He fires it in. Kicked aside by the Wolverines goalkeeper. They'll collect in their own corner. Played back ahead. Good angle taken by Calvello, but they're going to say there was no play on the puck. So again, that's one where it's a good hockey play. Probably 7 years too early. How old are they? 7? Yeah, that's a 14U play. But that's 7 years too early. Otherwise, it's a good hockey play. We'll go man down. Good path to the puck. Good shoulder. In front of him. But no body checking at this level. There is competitive contact, but that stick's got to get the puck in pursuit of the play. So we're man down. Borden will collect this one. He's going to chip it forward. He gets past 1. He's past 2. He's in the neutral zone. He's going to drive wide. He gets out wide, taking what's given to him. Will stay, possess that puck. He turns back up. What a move. Walks out in front, tries to elevate on the backhand, gets up over and over now. Collected himself. He's going to try to play it out in front. Puck's loose. Played back in behind the net. Emilio collects. He's going to turn and fire to the net. Borden collects on the forehand. He turns 10 and 2, puts it back just wide. Emilio will collect. He's going to walk it out front. Wraps it around and fires it back of the net. So there it is. Recognition. That's a Wawa shorty for you. The old 6-7. We like it. The Rebels, short-handed, putting the pressure on the Wolverines. They sustained that pressure. They buried it in the back of the net. All started with Jackson Borden, who has really hit another level in my mind. Starting to see the ice, possessing that puck, trying to make extra plays, and then he had the support of his man, Dominic Emilio. We'll stay out there to try to continue to kill this one off. Borden chips it ahead and tries to get after it. It's played back forward where Shoot will pick it off. We'll go right off the boards with it. Gets ahead to the Wolverines. They'll ping pong it back down, but Borden picks it off. And now he's in all alone. He makes a move, turns, fires, fought off by the Wolverines goalkeeper. Emilio there for the putback, but it gets wide. Wolverines trying to collect it in the corner and walk out, but they're met by Jackson Borden, and Emilio gets out into the center seam. Wolverines trying to skate this one, and now they're going to call a tripping, but that, from my angle, I was looking right at it, right above it. Wolverine unable to hold his edge there, so I know Coach Gooch was not happy with the hand going up, but the Wolverines try to play it back across. Shoot lays out, keeps that one out of the back of the net, and now there will be a whistle for tripping. So we'll stay in the defensive zone. We'll be 5-on-3 for 14 seconds. We have a Wolverine on the ice as the coach comes out to make sure he's okay. All the players respectfully taking a knee. Love to see the sportsmanship. Wolverines coach will pick the injured player up. I think he's able to get back to it on his own, we hope. And they're small enough here at this age where the coach can scoop him up, carry him off. So we will be defensive zone, draw to the right of Chenzo. 5-on-3. As there's a party breaking out in that penalty box momentarily. Del Grasso, Holzer, Tanzola. They play this across out in front. It gets out to the sideboards. Holzer will challenge, push him back to the other sideboards where Tanzola will now challenge. Holzer trying to get it out into the zone. It's kept in by the Wolverines. They play it deep behind Chenzo's net. Now we're 5-on-4 as D'Angelo's trying to get back into that defensive zone. The Wolverines play it back out in front. They turn, they fire. Blocker to side. And out to the sidewall by Chenzo. Wolverines collect to try to escape down the wall. They're contained in soft ice. Good stick by Holzer. Holzer will try to chip past. It's kept in. So that's one where we may want to try to chip that out into the center seam as he had a forward support. The Wolverines keep trying to keep it in desperately. They'll be pushed back outside. They'll turn up. They'll walk through. They're met by Holzer stick. He plays it ahead with D'Angelo. D'Angelo gets this one out into the neutral zone. Holzer picks it up. He splits them. He's in. He's on the forehand. He'll wind up at the dots. He turns. He fires. That puck gets in wide of the net where the Wolverines will get back to collect it. They'll try to get their toes up. Cut off by D'Angelo. Good path to the puck, getting back above that one. But they chip it forward. And now Chenzo has to make a decision. He's going to come out. He's going to stop it. He's interfered with that puck. Gets loose, but good back pressure by the Rebels. Played back across. They're trying to stick it aside. It's collected by the Wolverines. They fire it in. Chenzo saves this one. Hangs on and fights it off. So if you're just joining us, 4 minutes even left in the second period. Wolverines up 4-2 in this one. And there's my partner in crime. Usually for the big boys. A girl on the PHC team. Mr. Williams. Getting set up with our other technical servers and equipment. As I told you, we're back-to-back live action today. We got a good morning of hockey. That's played out in the neutral zone, played back in, whistle dead for the offsides. So the Junior Rebel 2018 team taking on the Westchester Wolverine 2017 team in the first matchup. And then we got the 2015 PHC Sweat Major team coming at you live against another team from Chester County, PA. Actually, that's probably Montco in the Valley Forge Minutemen coming up next. So a doubleheader today on the YouTube channel. After this one, switch over to the live broadcast for the 2015s and continue watching some good fast-paced action. Wolverines go D to D. They're trying to wheel it up. They'll get to the blue line. They'll lose an edge. Gooch will collect this one. He's going to use some extra real estate. He's on the forehand. He underhanders behind that net. He gets back out into that center seam. Playing it forward. He makes a drag past. He's going to get pushed back to the far dots. We like to see that, though. I like to see our defenseman understanding. Gets inside the dots. He turns. He fires, trying to go top cheese. Rings it off the backboards. Played back across. Gooch is going to step to this one. He's got a lot of white ice in front of him. A turn. Trying to get back to the forehand. Doesn't get the shot off, and now the Wolverines coming the other way with numbers. Shoots there and contain. The layout. Gets in. They fire. Big stop made by Chenzo. Rebound put out to the sideboards by Shoot. And now Newton's going to try to drag past. He loses it in the feet. He's trying to collect. He turns. Looking for Carr, who's leaking out into that neutral zone. Shoot will collect. Chip it off the wall. And now they're coming the other way. Wolverines will get to this. Borden collects. He's trying to get off the half wall. He steps out in front with it. Turns, fires. Gets through the goal mouth. It'll get out to the sideboards. And now we're coming the other way. Del Grasso tries to pitch at the blue line. They keep him outside of us. They turn, they fire. That hits the side of the net. Manzola will clear it. Up the boards. It's picked off. Fired back in across the goal mouth. We'll get out to the sideboards. I got it. Kept in by the Wolverines. They fire it in. That's going to hit the end boards behind Chenzo's net. Tanzola will collect. He's going to try to throw it back up the boards. Picked off by the Wolverines. Carr will step to this one. They play it back out into the center where it's poked away by Tanzola. Newton trying to fight through it, looking for Chloe Campanelli. And kept in by a surfing Wolverine. They fired in, kicked aside by Chenzo. Second one, third one, fourth one, still loose, and now he covers it up. As there was a lot of pucks bouncing around. Chenzo doing a good job staying strong in the core, keeping pucks out of the back of that net. He's talking about the penalty on the side of Dunlop's Bar and Grill. You can always go in there and pay at the bar. Oh, you're looking for the pro shot. I thought you were talking. I thought you wanted some Tari coffee. Or maybe Heavy Sands. Wolverines playing in the corner with it. Looking to play it back out in front. That gets through the goal mouth. Out to the 4 points. Fired in. Bounces off of Wolverine. Is that one, or a Junior Rebels. That one was going to get into the corner. Deflects off. Nothing we can do there. Again, some things to clear up, but I like what I'm seeing out of this young Rebels team. 1:06 left in the second. Wolverines get the help of a deflection off a defender or a winger there, and it gets in. But center ice face-off ensues. Holes are trying to push forward. And then Emilio jumped through that lane, but he's met by a black jersey. They're coming the other way. Tanzola will get a stick on it. They drive in. They'll make a move as we're out of the top of the crease, trying to challenge there. And they make a move, and they put another one in quickly there to make it 6-2 with 53.6 left in the second period. So just take a deep breath here. Get back to the compete level. Holzer to take this draw. Holzer will win it back. He'll fight it off. He'll try to turn back up the center. Collects it himself. He drags past. He's got one to beat. He's moving in. He'll pull up. He's looking to play it back to his point. Gets out of the neutral zone, but good look on the escape and trying to play it. We get back on sides. Play it back in. Holzer will get in, cut him off on the far side, force him to go back the other way. Campanelli will try to cut this one off. Now Emilio will step to it. They play it out. It'll get in the neutral zone where Shoot will collect. Who's looking to go D to D. Just a little too far out in front, but the right look. And that gets in as we were still south of that blue line, so whistle dead. For an automatic offsides, we've got 23.2 clicks left in the second period. Wolverines will opt for a full line change. I believe Holzer, Campanelli, and Emilio off front with Gooch and Shoot on the back end. Puck's bouncing around, selected by Holzer. He'll gain the line. He's going to get back inside the dots. He's on the forehand. He turns, he fires. It gets wide of the Wolverine goalkeeper. Going to be battled along the boards, kept in by Shoot. Shoot will collect. Oh, he steps on the puck. And now they're going the other way. Good back check by Dominic Emilio. He surfs the play, pushes it in the corner, the horn will sound. So good effort there. Realizing his defenseman stepped on the puck, but he hustles back. So we're seeing good compete, good fight, good effort all the way around here by these young hockey players. What I'm really liking to see is they're starting to get their head up and look to that weak side. They're playing in the center of the ice. They're actually playing hockey. And we'd like to see that at a young age as it's starting to hit that next level for them. So stay with us. We'll be back to third period. We're back for third period action. 15 minutes left in this frame. That one was fired in. Stopped by Chenzo, but there was no forecheck, so we play it. And play continues. Gooch will get outside those dots. He drives back into the center. He's now going to carry this one out. He's got a couple to beat. Tries to split them. Met by a couple forechecks. Puck pursuit by the Rebels. D'Angelo will collect this one. He's going to escape up. Loses an edge, but collects it himself. Plays it back out into the center. Looking for the support. Wolverines will walk back across the top of that house. They'll fire it in wide. Where Shoot will chip it out into the corner and then go hit and pin. Looking for help. He plays it back out for Newton. D'Angelo steps in to help him. Newton collects. He's trying to push it ahead. Kept in by the Wolverines. They'll drive across the top of the house. Good stick lift. Good challenge by Nicholas Calvello there. Shoot will lay someone out. I like what I'm seeing. Again, the Patriot missile system. He's seeing some threats, and he's going out there laying people out. Kept in at the blue line by the Wolverines. Met by Gooch on the half wall. Will carry it behind his own net. He's going to get out wide. He'll take that ice. Now he'll cut back in. He gets it out into the neutral zone. He's trying to chip it forward. Met by a Wolverine or two, and now we're coming the other way. So they enter the line. They kick forward. Good challenge by Shoot. Good recovery by Shoot. Full man up. Jackson Borden gets a stick on it. He's trying to find it. Fired in. Carr will collect it. She gets on the forehand. She's in the skates. She gets her eyes up. Trying to drag past. She gets it out of the neutral zone. They say it's kept in, but on second effort, Tanzola gets it out. Wolverines will go back and collect. And now we're coming the other way. They force the Wolverines back to the wall, trying to go 85 feet. Good forecheck. Carr will step out into that lane. Force them back outside. Trying to play it back across. It's offsides. It's offsides. So again, referee a little slow with his off calls. But it is automatic offside, so it was played in with a guy about 6 feet inside zone. Played back out, but that whistle should have been blown earlier. They mustn't have focused on the offside rule too much to continue education, as we've seen a lot of struggle with it in the first month and a half of this season. So it's played in, gets off the end boards, bounces back out in front. Chenzo, realizing what was coming at him, will use the strategy of hit and reset. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to his right. Borden, Emilio, car up front. They win it. That hits iron. Going to get back outside. Emilio wears one and fights it off to the sideboards. He'll try to push it up the boards. He's got Borden with him. He pushes it ahead looking for Carr. Carr gets a stick on it. Follow up by Borden. Borden gets out in the neutral zone. He's got one to beat. He's on the forehand. He drags past. Drags into that traffic. As on the forehand, we might have liked to drive wide a little bit further and then cut in. So the Wolverines break it up and they're coming the other way. Carr gets above it, forces them back down the wall where they run into the pressure of Emilio and then they chip it forward. This gets out in the soft ice. Tanzola keeping them outside the dot line. Will force them back all the way around. Chenzo gets back to that post and a good stick by the defender on the weak side there. Holzer or Del Grosso will collect and puts it ahead to Emilio. Emilio chips off the boards. Wolverines will collect. They'll fire it back in. Del Grosso will get engaged on the wall by the blue line. They play it back across. Good stick by Emilio. Now the Wolverines collect. They're going to look to go 85 feet. Force back in the zone by Borden. We're going to hold at the blue line. Nothing we can do as it was pressured by the Wolverines, so we step in offsides. Offensive or neutral zone face-off. Sorry, excuse me. Right outside the Wolverines bench. 11-17 left in this one. Wolverines hanging on to a 6-2 lead. Holzer chips this one forward. That puck bounced off the drop. Trying to collect it, but the Wolverines collect it and they chip it back out into the neutral zone. Collected by the Wolverines. They'll try to pull up at the top of the house. They'll play it back across. And that one was floating. Lollipop. Tough to battle for Chenzo as it was knuckling. As it was lobbed in. But it gets over the blocker. Wolverines will pull up to a 7-2 lead. The center ice face-off ensues. We got Holzer between Newton and Campanelli. Kevin shooting Michael Gooch on that back end. See if we can compete here and fight through. The AHF plays no running clock. There is no running clock. Oh, yeah? Let them play. It's a mic game, and it's our rent. It's only a 5-goal lead. Is that when you would run it? Fired in. Yeah, we've lost by like 10. Try to play hockey. Yeah. So the answer is this team actually. All right. So we're back. Referee was trying to run a clock. It's only a 5-goal lead. And Coach Mike Gooch alertly saying, hey, let the kids play. That one's fought off by Chenzo. They find that puck. They clear the side into the corner. Del Grasso will get there. He'll use the glass. Gets passed out in that center seam looking for Calvello. They fire it back in. Reese will take a good path to the puck. He'll collect this. Trying to make an extra play. I'm okay with that because he saw the pressure coming. Wanted to escape in the, get off the boards. Now we escape into each other. It's played down in the corner. Del Grasso, good net front contain. He'll stay home. Wolverines will collect behind the net. They'll push it out in front. Fired back across. Gets out to the point. Doesn't get good wood on it. Calvello will collect. He's going to chip off the sideboards. Trying to get back forward. Wolverines will contain, step in, get to the dots. They load, they fire. Blocker to side. It's at the wickets. Still loose. Del Grasso collects it. Calmly gets it out of harm's way. They're cut off by the Wolverines. They'll play it back out in front. Stick to side by D'Angelo. Now D'Angelo's got a burst of steam. He gets into that neutral zone. He's across the red. He's across the blue. He's on the forehand. He'll load up at the dots. He turns. He fires. It's blockered off by the Wolverines goalkeeper. Calvello gets it. D'Angelo turns, wraps it off the post. Wolverines will come out the other side with it. They're going to look to skate this one out. They get out in the neutral zone. Gooch is back in contain. He's playing dot lines. Forces them back outside. Good back check by Tanzola, but that one goes up, bar down. And that extends the lead to a 6-goal lead. 8-2 here with 8:30, and the scorekeeper is running the clock. To the dismay of Coach Gooch, I agree. They're young. It's early. We're on time. You let them play hockey. So you got Borden, Carr, Emilio up front with Shoot and Gooch on the back end. Borden will push this forward. We'll get in on it. Bounces around back out in the neutral zone. Wolverines trying to collect it. They're cut off. Carr tries to step off the boards. They got Jackson with her. Jackson pushes it forward. Push back down the wall. Emilio collects. He pushes it ahead to Carr. Carr trying to step off the wall. Looking to play it out into the center seam. It's collected by the Wolverines. Borden will put the forecheck on. Kept in by Michael Gooch. He walks down that boards. He makes a move. He'll recollect. Puts it off the wall to himself. Steps past another. But now it's collected by the Wolverines. Kept in by Carr. Carr trying to play it to Emilio. Collected by the Wolverines. Good stick by Gooch. Good challenge. Wolverines play it forward out into the center, but Emilio's there on that dot. He collects it and pushes it into the Wolverine zone. It gets out the board and loads. He fires, and that gets in the back of the net. Good read, good fight, good compete. As he read that one, pressure was forced back up the middle. We create from the force and error, and we pull within 5. So Borden pushes this one forward. Carr will put the forecheck on. They force the Wolverines to come 85 feet the other way, cut off by Emilio, but they chip past. It'll gain the line. Good back check by Jackson Borden. Good path to the puck. And then Wolverines. Gooch will collect. He's got a 2-on-1 developing. He's going to get to the dots, trying to play it back across. He's hauled out. So it should be 2. Should be 2. That's 2. And the clock does stop on penalties. So the referee does get it correct as he's doing the job solo. He gets the hit behind our net, and as the puck came the other way and Gooch had a scoring opportunity, he's hauled down. So we will go 5-on-3 for a full minute and 1:30. That's what we like to see. We like to see the support of the big guys. They're at the glass, banging on it for these little rebels, the junior rebels. So we'll have an offensive zone draw with a lot of space and time as we're 5-on-3. The Wolverines are going to over pursue here. Can we move the puck back into the center to the guy with the scoring opportunity? Holes are between Newton and Camp, with Tanzola and Del Grasso on the points. Holzer wins this one to Newton. Too hot to handle or get out. Good challenge by keeps it live. Newton will collect. He's trying to play it back across, looking for camp out in front of the net. Wolverines will step to it, but Tanzolo challenges. He keeps it. Gets back to Holzer. Holzer steps in. He fires it to the net. Rebounds there. It's still loose. And Holzer comes out the other side and he buries it. So good fight, good compete. Clock should stop on goals. On goals and penalties, they should stop, and they do. Is it 8-4 or 8-5? Is that the fourth or fifth? So the Rebels showing some compete. Move made. I'll go with the Bush League move made by the Wolverines coaches trying to get a clock to run in a mic game. But maybe this is what they thought. Find a crack. Holzer collects this one. The scorekeepers were not ready to go. Puck is dropped. Horn is sounded. They're trying to get the board right. We'll leave them up. There's one out. It's 5-on-4 hockey. Holzer will try to collect this one, but the Wolverines jump and bump through the lane. They'll get pushed back outside. They'll turn up. Good contain. Fired in. Gets through the wickets of Chenzo. So quickly scored. I see a lot of good things here on the white side. So they're staying 5-on-4. Center ice face off. Holzer trying to get it to Newton. It's shipped through. He collects. Pushes it back ahead, but the Wolverines will collect. They'll gain the red line. They'll gain the blue. Trying to step down the middle. Good contain. Kevin Shute will get that out of harm's way. Then keep him back outside that dot line. Good challenge by Holzer. Forces him back up the wall. Campanelli was above it, so they play it back up. Push back down that wall. Play back across. Good wear by Michael Gooch. He'll collect it. He's going to get out wide. He'll use the big frame of his to protect that puck. Tries past another. They got a guy coming out of the box. He meets Holzer in the center ice. They try to find the puck. They stay on sides momentarily, but then blown dead for the early entrance. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off just outside the Wolverines bench. Gordon chips this one forward. He's going to put the pressure on himself. Wolverines escape and put it back off the boards. It's picked off by Gooch. Trying to get off the boards with it. Puck bounces around in some feet. Gordon all over it to push it ahead. Calvello reads it, pinches, pushes it into the zone. Gordon gets above it, pushes it down the boards. Comes off the wall with it, but met by a Wolverine, and Calvello gets back to the wall. Gordon finds it, steps out in front, fires it back out in front. It's blocked aside by the Wolverines goalkeeper. Calvello will collect. He's met by body. Collected and fired hard by Borden, but it gets wide out to the far boards. D'Angelo makes a nice 10-2. Trying to play it back across. Into the skates, recovers, plays it back across, hits the skates again. Third time's a charm. Nope. Hit by a stick. Now Borden will step in and help him. We'll pivot around that puck, push it in the corner. He collects it himself. He'll walk back up. He gets onto that forehand. He gets to the dots. He steps in. He turns and fires. Gets into the corner. Borden will collect it. We'll turn. Come back down and reverse it behind the net. D'Angelo reads it. He's going to get to it on the far side. Good body position. Fights through the check. Collects it. Gets onto the forehand. He fires it across. Looking for Calvello, but it's too far out in front of him. The Wolverines collect, and they're going to come the other way with it. Icing. But I'm not sure what we're watching. But it gets ahead. Gets back out of the neutral zone. Wolverines coming off with a line change. Step to it. It's collected by Wolverine or by the Rebels. He fires it deep. So now the referee will blow that dead for an icing. You missed it coming this way, bro. So again, thought he had put the whistle away, trying to collect his paycheck. Misses an icing 200 feet the other way and then calls it for this way. So we'll let them know. Defensive zone draw to the right of Chenzo. Emilio to take this one. Wolverines push it towards the net. Thomas Newton alertly jumps into that lane. Keeps the scoring threat outside for now. Wolverines will collect. Try to play back across. Newton had his stick in the lane. Tanzola keeps him outside the dots, pushes him back behind the net. Wolverines trying to come out the other side. Good contain. Carr will pressure. Play it back across in front. It'll get out to the sideboards. Del Grasso will step to this and challenge. Forces him back up the middle. Newton reads and jumps that lane. Jump back in. Carr will get to this one. She's got some time. She's going to collect it. Get her head up. She gets off the boards with it. Trying to drag back across. She drags into Del Grasso's stick. Carr pushes it back ahead. It'll be kept in. And now Del Grasso will get to it. He's got the support of Emilio. And Newton and Carr. So Carr collects the puck. She's going to walk up. She's going to get past one. Followed up as the second effort by Emilio. Gets it out in the neutral zone. Wolverines will collect. They're going to go 85 feet the other way. Try to wheel it up those far boards. Cut off by Emilio. They'll step in. They play it back across. The guy cutting down that center net. Fired in on Chenzo as he was hung out to dry like an Amish clothesline. Zone entry. They play it back across as we had 5 on one board. And they'll extend it to a 10-4. And now, Wolverines, the older team, should be more mature by this, but we know what goes on with that program and that rink. Unsportsmanlike doesn't surprise me. Now he slaps the board for the extra one. There's no discussion needed here. But one thing you want to do is stay with the sportsmanship. And again, as I said, older team, playing a minor team, better be careful. As that stuff won't fly when you're playing the top teams in their own age bracket. They've been on the end. They've already been on the other end of this, so you would think that they would have some humility and humbleness. But again, they fell in development. So 58.5 seconds left. Misconduct called. What are we doing here? Waiting for a penalty to be put up. So the minute 30 for the misconduct goes on the board. Puck will be dropped. And we're underway again. Holzer will collect this one and push it out to the sideboards. Wolverines try to chip past. Met by Holzer's stick. Good contain, good action, good challenge by Gooch. Puck battle on the boards. Calvello comes out of the pile with it. He'll drive into the center lane. Stick to side by the Wolverines, and now they'll play it back forward. Shoot will collect. He'll get his toes up, get it right back out. Calvello will regroup inside his own zone. He gets into the center seam. Drags past one, drags past two. He's got numbers with him. Gets past him, splits him. He's in all alone. He turns, he fires. Glove save made by that Wolverine goalkeep. And that'll probably do it with the running clock. So thanks for joining us in the early one. But again, if you're looking to continue your hockey watching experience, stay with us as we flip over channels to the PHC 2015. Same rink, same arena, just a different channel. We liked what we saw out of the Junior Rebels today. Getting their eyes up, trying to make plays, trying to possess the puck. Some things to clean up for sure. But I like the direction that they're heading. So thanks for supporting us. Thanks for watching. Continue to tune into the broadcast when we can. And stay with us as we bring you live action next weekend. Again, if you're looking to continue your morning, your Saturday morning, enjoy a coffee, enjoy a breakfast, Sammy. Tune into the PHC 2015's taking on the Minutemen in about 20 minutes here. Just flip over to PHC 2015 channel on YouTube. Thanks.